Okay, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this webinar. My name is Stefano Bellasio, and I'm here with our EMEA team from Cloud Academy. Today, we're going to cover a bit more about the Cloud Academy platform. And of course, we're going to talk specifically about two things, retaining people and developing people, and specifically developing people with their tech skills using Cloud Academy. Max and Mario are the two account executives that are currently working at Cloud Academy, specifically in the EMEA market. And of course, at the end of the presentation, we're gonna show you a bit more of Cloud Academy with a live demo. So we can actually tell you a bit more immediately, and then we can move directly to the demo. Moving to the agenda. Okay, so we're gonna tell you just in a few slides how Cloud Academy works, and I'm gonna start telling you a bit more about Cloud Academy. But what we are gonna explain to you is actually how you can use Cloud Academy with your existing team, or with new people that are joining your team, just to make sure that they do have the right tech skills and they can develop the right tech skills. Cloud Academy is a platform that we founded in 2013. We're currently based in 2 locations worldwide, even if our people are actually spread across the globe. So we have an office in the US and an office in Switzerland. Our team is about 200 people today, and of course we've been growing quite fast in the last few years, just across the 3 main pillars that are cloud, software, and data for us. Cloud Academy works primarily with enterprise customers, so you can see some of the customers that we are proud to work with at the bottom. But we also have more than 800 companies that are basically using Cloud Academy to make sure that they can understand what kind of tech skills they have today in their organizations, and they can organize everything that goes from upskilling to certifications to everything else that we're gonna talk to you about today. With that being said, I'll pass the microphone over to my team so we can dive deep a bit more into the Cloud Academy features and functionalities.
Thanks, Stefano. Hi everyone. This is Mario Lama, Strategic Account Executive EMEA. And with this slide, we want to give you more details about what is Cloud Academy and how we can help you and your IT organization. First of all, you need to think about Cloud Academy as a software, as a SaaS solution. So you, as an active enterprise customer of Cloud Academy, can have access and our content library. We provide all the contents in-house. So think about videos, quizzes, exam, and practical labs. So real instance to test yourself in real instance, real cloud services or real technologies. Cloud Academy can help you and your IT organization in order to be sure what are your skill mapping in your IT organization, and think about 3 different approach. First of all, we truly believe in the importance of the skill assessment. So thanks to the skill assessment, you can have visibility about what tech skill do you have in your teams, in your organization, and with the support of a dedicated customer success manager, we want to help you and your organization to best define your career path and your training plan. The skill assessment, then we want to show you more details in the live demo, can help you gain visibility about the gaps, the strength, so you can have access at the granular analytics and granular insights in order to help you and redefine the best career program for your IT talents. Consider that all the contents that we offer in Cloud Academy are totally available on demand, so you can use it in a more flexible mode from laptop, from mobile application, and you can also customize each content or upload your own contents using SCORM file. So you can increase the number of our library that now contains in more than 1,000 courses up to your entire needs and satisfying your goals. Consider that we also launched a new feature since 4 weeks ago named job roles that can give you the opportunity to assign to your IT people a specific career path related to a specific job role. We now launched the first 5 new job roles, such as cloud architect, software engineer, data engineer, machine learning engineer, and DevOps engineer. But we are also increasing the number of these job roles up to 15 new job roles that will be available before the end of this month. And during the second part of the fiscal year, so starting from December to May 2022, we also want to offer you the opportunity to create your job role, defining the goals, defining the top skills and the contents related to the specific job roles. Here on this slide, you can see, as Stefano was mentioning before, the three major topics that we are now covering. So cloud, software, and data. Regarding cloud services, we are now covering contents or certification path for AWS, Azure, GCP, and Alibaba. Regarding the software part, we are now covering the majority of the languages programming. And regarding the data, all the contents needed for people that are data engineer, data analyst, or data scientists. This is a quick recap of our library, but we want to suggest you to go on the website, so cloudacademy.com, to take a look at all the library that you can see a preview and also start a free trial of our platform. And then I want to pass on the job roles. So when I was mentioning the job role is a new approach that we are now developing during this month and this quarter in Cloud Academy. And the objective of the job role is to give you visibility about contents and what are the best practices to prepare people on a specific IT job role. As I told you before, we launched the first 5 job roles, and also during the live demo, I want to give you more details about what you can do as an admin of your organization in Cloud Academy. So managing your company, and what an end user can do using this kind of approach. And then I want to pass to Max, so he can speak more about our approach about Cloud Academy.
Thank you, Mario. My name is Massimiliano. I'm also one of the strategic account executive here at Cloud Academy. Today, as we just mentioned, obviously, we are going to show you a full demo of the platform. In this small presentation, we want to give you some basic concepts of our approach. So I think one of the main differentiators of Cloud Academy is our strategic approach. The programmatic approach that we built allows the companies to actually upskill their talents, their employees, in a way that is predictable and that brings results. In order to achieve this, we found 3 main core concepts. Those are assess, develop, and validate. So this is our model that we follow. The first, and I'm going to speak about this in the next slide. So before starting a training program, before deploying a training initiative inside of an organization, the first things that we suggest doing is actually assess the skills inside of the organization. So Cloud Academy gives you the possibility to map the skills inside of the organization, and then from there you can basically assign training plans to attack those skills gap and to actually upskill the people according to your strategic goals. So once that you onboard the practitioners, the users, you can run an assessment. This assessment will build an individual skill profile for each user, for individual, with a very short assessment with practical questions, with some quizzes, exams, or even laboratories. And from there, you are going to get a baseline understanding of the skills of the users and of all the skills inside of the organization. Obviously, the skills are going to increase and to grow over time, and you're going to have full visibility over the growth of the skills, as we are going to see later during the demo. Now that you run an assessment, you can basically assign training plans. Training plans is basically content with due date that you can assign to the teams. And another part of the development phase is the hands-on labs. I cannot stress this enough, because the laboratories are also one of the key differentiators of Cloud Academy. Are, as we were saying, instances that you can open in the suites of the public cloud vendors like AWS, Azure, and GCP, where the end user can go and practice their skills. So you basically make sure that they not only are watching videos and passing quizzes on exams, but they actually are retaining and gaining the right knowledge. The hands-on labs in particular are labs that are guided, so people can get into the instances, follow through, and really get a real understanding of the skills needed in a production environment. Another thing that is very important for the development phase is the content engine. The content engine is basically the possibility for you to either upload content that you already have available inside of your organization, for example, for onboarding process, or something that it's really peculiar and particular for your organization. We know that every organization is different. Or you can use also our out of the box training plans, out of the box content that you can use, and you can customize according to your needs. So the third part, which is the validation, is very, very important. As I was mentioning a few seconds ago, it's where we basically make sure that this the information is retained and it's actually ready to be used in a real world, in a real environment. We have lab challenges where basically the user, the practitioner, has to fix something that is broken inside of the environment without any guidance at all. We have, the certification might be or might not be one of the goals of the organizations. Every organization is different, but you can use also the exam and the certification path preparations for basically to upskill and to get and improve your personal knowledge and profile. And then we will see during the demo how you basically are able to access all the analytics and all the insights that give you an overview of the competence of the teams inside of the organization. Mario, Stefano, I don't know if you wanted to add something before we jump right straight into the demo.
Here we go. No, I think that's great. I think the best way to progress is actually looking at the demo and really make sure that we understand a bit more. How all of this can be translated in reality.
Yeah, thank you. So what you're seeing here is the end user dashboard. So one thing that is important to understand about the way we built the end user dashboard is that we wanted to give full visibility to the end user about his progress and also about his goals. One thing that we also introduced is a bit of a gamification. You will see this in other areas of the platform because we know that people like to challenge themselves and they can keep ahead of each other. So this also creates a bit of motivation inside of the organization. So what you're seeing here is the profile of Michael. Michael works for, in this case, a corporation. So the corporation, this enterprise, is basically, as I was mentioning before, has assigned an assessment that Michael can complete, and from there, the organization can assign training plans in order, to attack those skills gap and to upskill the employees. But one very important thing is that the model that we have, we can call it a binge learning model, means that basically Michael or any user inside of the platform is fully free to navigate and to to go inside of our library and actually select whatever they want to study. So they can create their own personal training plans. They can browse the library. So everything is always available at any time, everywhere. You only need, obviously, an internet connection, and you are ready to go and study according to your pace. As you can see, now that I just mentioned the word pace, when it comes to training plans assigned by the organization, here there is a full visibility over what's expected by the end user. So there is a due date, there is a commitment, and there is a tracking. So this also, helps the end users to actually program and even schedule the training during the week. We have an activity tab, which basically helps you jump straight into where you left. We also have a kind of a Netflix experience with the top picks for the end user, according to it's basically content suggested according to what you already completed or consumed. And then we also have the possibility to bookmark some content because the library is huge. So if you want to save something and come back later, you can do that. You can find it here in your personal dashboard. And then a recent addition is the certifications, which allows the end user to upload their certifications from here. And then you will see on the other side that basically the administrator will have a full control of all the certification side of the organization. Can see when the certification were achieved, where they're going to expire. So that's also another use case, basically, of the platform. You can use and study and consume content from on the go using the application for iOS and Android. And you can do that even offline. So you can download content on your mobile devices. And then once you come back online, your profile will actually update according to your activity. But I think the most relevant part, and then we will jump a little bit more into the user experience and to the library, is the actual profile, because the profile of the end user really gives you a full visibility over the activity and the growth of the skills of the end user. So as you can see in this case, Michael has completed already 9 certification paths. He passed 24 exams. So here is basically, you have the highlights of the activity and the goals achieved by this end user. And this skills profile started when the assessment was completed, and the dates that you see here are not, random dates, but it's exactly when the platform actually or I would say when the end user completed some activity like exam, quizzes, or laboratories, and the actual skill profile of the end user increased. So what I'm saying is basically that this skill profile doesn't go up just by watching videos and reading content, but it goes up. You actually have to do something that validates your skill profile. Another thing that is possible doing is actually select a platform, or for example, let's say AWS, and this employee, this user in this case, can come to the leaderboard and actually will see who the best talent are inside of the organization when it comes to this specific vendor. Or you can even drill down for, let's say, for security. So if in this case Michael needs some support, over some concept regarding security, he can go here. He can see actually, the leaderboard, and can turn to the top 3, for some advice. Again, you have the possibility to, upload your certifications, and even invite a guest that has access to the platform for 7 days. Now, I'm going to, by the way, one thing that also it's important for you to know is that the the library is public facing, so you can go online, you can actually search for the content. If you don't find something, I suggest you go to the roadmap. We also very transparent on the content that we are building. So you can see the content that we just released or that is coming soon. If you don't find it, you can just shoot an email and we will come back to you and see if that content is actually, on the roadmap, but not published yet. I'm going to jump into the training library. As Mario was mentioning before, we have 5 job roles at the moment. We are bringing 15 more by the end of the year. And yeah, the library is basically divided in different categories. Obviously, you see the name of the most famous public vendors here, but you can search also for other concepts, domains like big data or Linux, DevOps that are very popular and familiar and for us. And then, as you can see in this library, you also have you see basically content that's been uploaded here. So if you make content available just for your team or your organization, the library is going to show that. So this is also this is where you are going to find that customized content that you can create and you can upload. For example, if we go here in AWS, you will see that there are 586 items. So this covers all the items of AWS. Another thing that is important to know is the labs again. So we have 3 types of lab. We have the hands-on labs, which are guided laboratories. We have the lab challenges, where you basically have to fix something that is broken all by yourself. And then you have lab playgrounds, which basically allow you to, try whatever you want with some limitation, obviously, in these domains. These laboratories are fully integrated inside of the platform, meaning that you don't have to put any extra card details. You don't have to worry about extra billing. So everything is included. You can come here. We spin up the instances, and you can actually use them straight inside of the platform. So let me show you a little bit more about the actual experience of the end user and the library. So I'm going to pick up the AWS Solution Architect, which is probably one of the most popular learning path that is used. When you select this, you are going to have a full understanding of the training content. So you can browse. If you, for example, you already have some concept, you can just skip and go straight into the other courses. The courses I'm going to show you are basically you will see videos, so they are instructor-led, like in this case. One important thing for you to know is that we have the full transcript of the platform. Of the videos. The platform is completely in English, so at the moment we don't have other languages. So, but we provide you the full transcript and also the possibility to actually speed up or slow down the video so that you can actually follow along. If you open the learning path here, you are going to see lots of blue, green, and red. So the blue are basically the videos. The green are the laboratories that I mentioned before, and then you are going always to find some knowledge check in the form of small quizzes or even exams. In this case, this is a preparation exam for AWS Solution Architect, and this always is going to end with a certification preparation, which mirrors the actual guidelines of AWS, both in terms of number of questions and also of allotted time available for this exam. One thing that probably might be relevant, it's again the way we built the laboratories. So I'm trying to, I will show you how the laboratory actually work. So you just come here, you can open up the environment, and as you can see here on the left, you are given the credentials and the username and the password. So you don't have to worry about this. Everything, again, is completely integrated inside of the platform. So you just have to copy the credentials, the username, and the password, and then we should be ready to go. Okay, so as you can see now, I'm inside of the AWS Management Console. I have a task to do. I have to create a network load balancer, but this is obviously, as you can see, a guided lab. You're going to see, the screenshots, the instructions. If something change, for us, it's really easy. We update this in a matter of days. We can change even the screenshots. So we make sure there's big effort in making sure that all the content is constantly updated. And another thing that is important for you to know about the laboratories is the fact that we bridge the connection between AWS and Cloud Academy, which means that if you do something, for example, which means that if you move forward inside of this lab, you are going to find a check, a validation check, that is able to tell if what you did over here was correct or not. So this is going to impact straight into your skill profile, to your personal skill profile, because again, we take in great consideration also the practical skills. So the laboratories are again one of the main differentiator, and I really want this to be clear. Last thing about obviously the library is huge, but what I wanted to show you is how a learning path is structured, and also the certification preparation exam, how they work and how we build them. So as you can see here, we have the exam that mirrors exactly the guidelines of AWS. So you're going to have the same number of questions, the same number of time. And if you complete the exam, once you complete the exam, now I'm going just to click randomly here, just for for the sake of time, and then I'm going to submit the exam. So we're not just going to give you a score, because we know that the score, it doesn't really tell you much, but we're going to give you the full analysis of how this exam went, so you can actually see what kind of skill were assessed. You can improve your score. You can jump straight back into the training, browsing the library from here, and we are going to give you all the answers to the questions, and even the questions, the external resources, if you want to expand further. If you, what I'm saying is, don't take our word for it. If you want to double check and really dig deep into a concept, you can go here and really, use these external resources to understand better this concept and why this answer was answered like that. And I think this brings me really at the end of the end user experience. Again, Mario and Stefano, I don't know if you wanted to add something here before we jump into the admin panel.
I think you have done a pretty good job, showing us the end user functionalities. So I think, we can see all of that now in the enterprise side of Cloud Academy. So basically where you can manage the full experience of your end users, but also a bit more when it comes to intelligence and also delivering of the training.
Yes.
Mario, over to you. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Stefano. Thanks, Max. Max show you here the end user experience of Cloud Academy, but now I want to give you more detail about the management dashboard. So if you are an admin of the organization, what you can do and how can Cloud Academy help you in your IT organization and your developing of training regarding our content library. Here you can see the visibility about the main feature of Cloud Academy from an admin perspective. So here you can see that we can offer you the opportunity to create a team and sub-team depending on different site, different department, different project, different job role. So it's up to you the hierarchical organization of this part of the platform. Here you can see also a quick recap about the number of the user that you have actually available on your accounts. So you can have also the opportunity to invite new user. It's very simple because it's basically adding a valid email or uploading a CSV file with the list of the member that you want to involve in your Cloud Academy adoption. And also here, this is very important because if in your organization you have other people, for example, think about to C-level or management people that want to take a look at the results of Cloud Academy, you can invite this kind of user, and they can have a free license and unlimited usage of Cloud Academy only regarding to the intelligence part and to take a look at the results and the report of the Cloud Academy usage. Going back here on organization, you can see that we can have here different sub-teams. So in this case, you can define for each teams the role inside each team. So for example, here we have 2 team manager. Think about that a team manager is an admin of his team. So in this case, they can have full visibility and full access at all the feature of Cloud Academy for business, but only related to these specific teams. And here you can have the list of the people included in this specific team. Here, going back on training, when we was speaking about the 3 different approach, here you can assess people. So for example, here is very simple because you can have visibility about the assessment that you have just assigned to your teams, and also to take a look at the results of each of them. So here is very interesting because you can see the skill gaps, the strength part, the skills map. So you can have visibility about what are the most important skills that you and your team obtain after the assessment. And also to see for each specific end user what are the results of the assessment, so the score and the skills specifically for Byron, Allison, Genesis, and the other end user that were included in this specific assessment. And think about that if you want to assign a new assessment cycle, it's very simple because you need to click here, and here you can have visibility about the assessment that are just available on our library. So you can assign a multiple choice question, so an exam, or a lab challenge. So as Max was mentioning before, a lab challenge is an approach that can give you access, for example, at the real AWS console, solve a task without instruction. So we want to test yourself about the usage on specific cloud services regarding the cloud vendor, for example, or other topics. And here it's very simple because you can decide to assign, for example, basic knowledge evaluation. You can see a preview of this kind of exam, and also to assign it to a specific team. So here it's very simple because I can select a specific team, for example, ACME partners, and I can confirm and review it. So after that, the people involved in this team can be assessed using this specific exam. Here you can see if you want to, for example, assign to a specific team a learning path related to obtain a specific certification. So here, for example, I can go to new training plan, and here I can also, for example, select another teams or a specific member. So it's up to me defining if this kind of training plan can be assigned or needs to be assigned or on a specific team or a specific people. And here, for example, going on the same Acme partners, I can select here. So the system can give me a suggestion about what kind of training plan I can select. So for example, going here on Solution Architect Professional Certification for AWS. So for example, here I can take a look at this specific team and what kind of training plan they received and the progress. But if I need to reassign a new one, I can go here, for example, going on, sorry, I go back because I need to select a specific teams. So developers on AWS. And here, for example, I can select a specific learning path on AWS. For example, AWS Cloud Architect Proficient. So I can select, and here is very important because the system can give you a suggestion about the quickly commitment. So here, for example, if you want to define the right time that the people need to assign to this specific IT training, they also receive a weekly mail about the consumption and the usage, the specific usage about this specific training plan. But is only a suggestion. So you as an admin can decide to redefine the weekly commitment, decreasing or increasing the number of the hour that people need to spend on this specific training plan. And as you can see here, the due date will automatically change. So here, for example, if you need to prepare people that will be ready to take the exam to obtain the certification before this due date, you can increase the number, and so automatically you can see that the due date will automatically change in a day before. So here I can review and confirm and then assign to the specific teams. And here you can see also visibility about the progress of this specific training plan. So you can take a look, and so you can also nudge people if, for example, you see that the people are not involved so well as you expected. No, so you can see if there is it's necessary to increase the consumption and to go more fastly, completing in the due date the assigned training plan. And the third approach that we launched since the beginning of September is job roles. So the job roles are a specific career path that can give you visibility about what kind of top skill you need to obtain. So reskilling or upskilling yourself regarding the specific job roles. So we launched the new 5 job role, the first new 5 job roles. So cloud architect, data engineer, DevOps engineer, machine learning engineer, and software engineer. So for example, clicking here on cloud architect, you can see a resume of the career path regarding different level of seniority or related to the specific cloud vendor that we are now covering in terms of content. So AWS, Azure, and GCP. Here you can see a preview of this path. So what are the goals, what are the top skill related, and what kind of contents you can use it, you can consume here, differentiated by exam, videos, or labs. And this part of the training will be updating in the next few months, because we want to offer you not only the opportunity to use our job roles, but also to create your specific job roles, to define the top skills, and to create the right title of a specific job role. So think about that, for example, a company in the management consulting industry, system integrator, that needs to be that needs to prepare people for specific project, not only related to our contents or our approach on the contents, but they prefer to manage themselves a specific career program for their employees. And all the information that you as an admin or an end user and your entire organization can be collected in the Intelligence tab. So here you can see visibility about the certification. Think about that Max was mentioning before. So you as an end user can upload your badge. So all the badge collected are visible here in the certification part. And the skill profile. So you can take a look, visibility about what are the main skills in your organization, not only related to the 3 major topics that I was mentioning before, but you can go in a very granular visibility about the specific domain. So for example, going down in Amazon Web Services, you can see for each specific cloud services what kind of level I have in terms of seniority. So if I'm a beginner, if I'm an intermediate, or if I'm an advanced user. And here you can see also the growth rate, so how they are increasing their knowledge, and also here visibility about gamification, no? Internally in your organization, to give you visibility about what are the best user, the top user, or the best teams. And this will be very interesting for HR department that needs to assign award or benefits to their department. The analytics part can give you also visibility about the consumption. So overall, or also here divided by teams and user. So you can take a look here for all the contents that this company has consumed, or to take a look, for example, to the exam. So think about if you assign to the people, to your teams, a specific certification path, and you want to see how they completed. So with which results. Now, for example, the final exam can give you a simulation about the real exam. So if the people that completed with a very positive score the certification path, can give you the opportunity to assign or not the exam, so the real exam on, for example, Person Boo, or all the company that are in charge to give you access to the real exam on the certification. And the last part of the Intelligence tab is the reports. So here you can select reports. So you can decide to download this information, such as a CSV or Excel file, in order to give you the opportunity to take this information and manage this data in your own software. So think about, for example, if you want to integrate this information with other data that you collect in your internal application. Another important information regarding the reports is that we also offer visibility to public API. So you can have, as an admin of the organization, to decide to integrate Cloud Academy with your other IT system. So it's up to you to automate, for example, the migration of this information from Cloud Academy to your own system. And the last part that I want to show you today is the content engine. If you remember, when we were speaking about the opportunity that we give you as an admin of Cloud Academy in your organization, you can not only use our library is completely public for each end user of your organization, but you can also decide to create or modify each of these contents. So you can create new questions, so new quizzes, new exam, new learning paths, upload your custom resources, create specific labs, or create new training plan. So we want to give you the opportunity to create and customize each of them, because we know that the customization, the personalization of the library and of the usage of the platform can help your organization to better use all the features included in Cloud Academy. So here it's very simple, because you can create, for example, a new exam, and here you can have the opportunity to select from scratch. So you can upload, for example, a SCORM file, or you can create a new one, or you can clone an existing exam. So you can take one of our exam available on our library and decide to customize each of them to best satisfy your needs and your goals. So I'm going back here because I want to give you also time if you have any question, or maybe Max or Stefano, if you want to add more details about what we showed right now.
No, I think that's a great cover of the platform. And of course, I just wanted to add that we are more than available to show another demo to internal teams or other people that are interested in seeing specific use case as well. So that's something that is possible if you guys reach us out. With that being said, let me see if we have questions. Just a second. Let me open that. Okay, the first one is, can we customize questions with Content Engine? Who wants to take that?
Yes, as I was mentioning right now, you can create your quizzes. So you can use our questions or create a new one.
Yeah, and then just one thing to add, you can actually put all of that into exams. So you can actually create questions, you can convert them into exams, and you can customize the way the exam works, right? So it's the full cycle when it comes down to that.
Exactly.
The second one is related to our content. How do you guys build your content specifically for AWS? You guys want to take that, or was I can do it? So we build our content internally. So we do have a team of people that are building all of that in-house. We do have a few people that are working with us as collaborators, but most of our content is actually built in-house. And we do that simply following the AWS resources, but also the AWS syllabus. And just to mention on top of that, we are also AWS partners. So all the content that you can actually find in Cloud Academy is fully aligned with what AWS is telling us specifically about the curriculums, right? That is valid for the certifications, but is also valid for anything else that we publish when it comes down to AWS. But that's the same, honestly, for Microsoft Azure or GCP, right? For all the vendors that we covered today.
And also adding more that we want to offer all the contents updated about the outcome of the cloud services or the certification that are related. So we want to support the customer and our enterprise customer in order to give them always the right contents related to the specific cloud services and the other topics that we mentioned, software part and
Yeah, correct. We are absolutely multi-cloud. So, of course, we operate that way for these vendors. We'll be adding content for Alibaba, and we think we're gonna add more, for other vendors as well. I don't think we have other questions. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for following us today. This recording will be available shortly, and of course, you can contact us on cloudacademy.com, or you can contact us at sales@cloudacademy.com if you want to get in touch with us, or even if you want to understand a bit more about a platform and your specific use case. Thank you again. Thanks, Max, and thanks, Mario, for being with us today. And we're going to speak soon. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.